Hello there, and welcome to the Star Wars Guys YouTube channel where the Force is family. I am Master Paul. Yes, you heard correctly, Master Paul, not Darth Paul. We're going to pretend that never happened. And we're joined by Cash Money again. And happy May the 4th, everyone. The Star Wars Day, as people like to point out, even though that's really the 24th, but whatever. So we have gotten, on this May the 4th, the first official Kenobi trailer. Not a teaser trailer, but an actual trailer. And you already saw this trailer, correct, Ash?
I did earlier. I watched it. Yep.
Okay. I have not seen it yet, so this is the first time for me. So we're going to go ahead and waste no more time. We're going to go ahead and pull it up and see what we got.
They're coming. Stay hidden, or we will not survive.
Leave us alone.
When the time comes, he must be trained.
Like you trained his father. You still want Kenobi. He's gone.
I want every lowlife and bounty hunter. You can't run, Obi-Wan! You can't escape him!
All right. Oh, and by the way, subscribe to Echo Base because they're live right now. So that was the Kenobi trailer. And I gotta say, I liked this trailer a little bit more than I liked the teaser, specifically how they portrayed Obi-Wan, because in this, he didn't seem quite as defeatist as he had in the last trailer when he was saying things like, the fight is done, we lost. It actually makes sense for him to say, they're coming, stay hidden. Otherwise, the Order wouldn't survive because, the Inquisitors are chasing after everyone. What did you think when you first saw this trailer and seeing it again?
It's good. It's. I mean, this is now the second trailer. I like it. I just find it funny that we have to have in the trailer, just like in these movies, where there has to be someone screaming,
Mm-hmm.
"Go get him! Where are you?" Like just like we've had with Zod and some of this other stuff. Sometimes I just think it's too much, but um,
Understandable.
I just yeah, it's a good trailer. I'm still worried about some of the makeup with some of these characters. The I'm worried about the fathead Inquisitor. I just don't like it, man. I just don't. But
Yeah, I
we'll see what happens. I just hope they make you care about all the characters. These shows lately have been like you care about a few of them, and then the other ones you just don't. So
yeah,
I want to
I
care about
completely get it.
Kenobi and some of the other characters. But yeah, it looked like a good trailer, and yeah, I was, I just want to know more about this woman and stuff, and why I need to care about her. And I talked to Matt Risman about some stuff, and I don't want to spoil anything, but he has some interesting insights in it. So
Okay. See, I'll definitely make sure to ask him about that.
all
But
right,
anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go back through the trailer now. And as always, we're gonna go through it with no sound this time, and just take a closer look at what we're looking at here. So let's get past the Lucasfilm logo. Right away, I like this ship. I don't know how important it is, but I do like this design. It reminds me a lot of the prequel era ships. And here we see Do you know whether or not they've said what planet this is yet?
I think people were thinking it's Coruscant, but I'm not sure.
I can kind of see it, but at the same time, we know that Obi-Wan shows up here, and it wouldn't make sense for him to go back to Coruscant because that would kind of be the first place that any Jedi hunters would be looking, other than where the Jedi were based out of.
Yeah, it's just whenever I think of Coruscant, I mean, it's very colorful at night and stuff. So,
Yeah,
from what I remember, but yeah, well, we can look it up.
absolutely. And of course, the stormtroopers look nice as always. Although I'm kind of noticing it, especially here. Maybe it's because they're still somewhat new in the service of the Empire. It just looks a little bit weird seeing these stormtrooper uniforms so clean. Because, of course, by the
Interesting point.
time of the original trilogy, in more often than not, the stormtrooper helmets, even when they're clean, they don't look as shiny clean as they do here. They look like they've been well used, maintained, and well taken care of, sure, but they look used. These look brand spanking new. Not really complaints on my end. It's just something just a bit different than what I'm used to. So this shot here now. Here is what you were talking about with the Grand Inquisitor, and I understand this again does not look good to me either, because, and we've said this multiple times, they could have just used CGI on this character to make him look closer to the way that the Powans look,
Yes.
say,
The
in
Powans,
Revenge of the
okay,
Sith.
yep. Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, they chose not to, and I'll throw them a bone and say perhaps this is the best that they could do if they wanted to go completely non-CGI. But even then, there's still certain things that practical effects are going to be limited on that you could pull off so much better with CGI.
Yeah.
And also, the guy on the right, the fifth brother, I think his name is, he looks a little bit small compared to how he's portrayed in Rebels. Though, again, we can chalk that up to just an animation difference versus real life. Naturally, animation's going to exaggerate certain facial features. I mean, have you seen Clone Wars Count Dooku? So not a big deal to me, at least. Moving on, looks like they're confronting and interrogating people. There's the same shot that we saw in the first trailer. The same shot of the Lars homestead with Luke up on the roof pretending to, I'm gonna guess, drive a T6 Skyhopper with Obi-Wan watching him. But then we get this shot, and I'm gonna turn the sound back on for this.
Leave us alone.
When the time comes, he must be trained.
Like you trained his father.
Yeah, I know, it's brutal.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. That's one of my favorite scenes in the trailer.
Yes, and of course, shout out to Joel Edgerton, who is returning to his role as Owen Lars from playing him in Attack of the Clones.
Right. Yes.
And
okay.
That line right there, focusing on Obi-Wan for a moment, where he says, when the time comes, he must be trained, that immediately, as far as Obi-Wan himself, that restored any doubt, that restored any faith that I may have lost in how this character is portrayed, because he is still focused on his mission of training Luke. But, and of course, naturally, Owen's going to blame Obi-Wan for the fall of Vader, which is why he responds the way that he does, saying, like you trained his father.
Yep.
All right, so moving on. We see more views of the Inquisitor Fortress, which does have a pretty cool design. We also, let me see if I can get it. Yeah, there's the sort of the round table they have. There's another Inquisitor right there to the left of sort of the main one for the show. So that'll be interesting to find out more about. And I like this shot of Obi-Wan riding his animal through the desert, just showing how alone he is. Both, physically no one's riding next to him, but at the same
Oh
time,
yeah, he's a
aside from
nomad.
Yoda,
Sure. Hmm.
he is the last of the Jedi, aside from Yoda.
Yes.
Let's see. Another shot of the Inquisitor headquarters, which again, if you have not played Fallen Order, I would highly
I need
recommend
to
it because
finish it.
you would because at the end you do get to explore this place. It is really cool.
Sweet.
So some escape pods are getting launched. Don't know what that means. We're back on the city again. So this looks pretty cool.
Mhm.
It looks like basically the Star Wars version of a wanted poster, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Somebody
And
screenshot that, put that, make it GIF.
I like how they're using Obi-Wan as he appeared in Revenge of the Sith, because that was kind of the last known record that the galaxy had of him at that point. So naturally, that's the only image they have.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so let's go back for a moment. So,
All right.
hold on, we went too far. Okay, so that for sure then is Obi-Wan shooting back at this bounty hunter. I had some doubts about it at first, but that is for sure Obi-Wan now.
Mm-hmm.
And this may be somewhat of a hot take, but I actually don't mind seeing Obi-Wan using a blaster here, because it just gives that little bit more credence to his line, not as clumsy or random as a blaster in A New Hope.
Mhm. Yeah.
And not only that,
that's-
but the way that he just takes people down like he just did there. I'll show it again. That is cool. So, let's see. What else we got? We get another shot of the Inquisitor with all the forces behind her. More Obi-Wan doing Batman takedowns. Don't know who that is. Hold on, go back.
I'm not
This-
sure. That's the guy from Silicon Valley, I guess.
This guy?
Could be.
I don't recognize
Not sure.
him. Yeah, I don't know who that
His
is.
face looks like. Let me see. I'll have to check. Wonder if it's the same man I'm thinking.
This is an interesting droid design also. It looks like a pocket version of a probe droid almost, but it doesn't have it almost doesn't have the legs underneath.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see how that's used. Let's see. Her shouting, "You can't escape! You can't escape him!" And then here's the big shot. We have a very recognizable mechanical hand getting attached to a very burned right arm stump. So we literally see Vader getting assembled here. More of the Inquisitors again.
I don't like that makeup job, man.
I don't either, especially knowing how he looks in real life, because this is, for those that don't know, this is Justin Lin, and he's probably best known for both his acting and directing of the Fast and Furious trilogy. So again, I'm sure they're doing a great job with what they have if they want to go completely not CGI. I just can't see him as anything other than, the guy that helps out the main character of Tokyo Drift.
Mm-hmm.
So we have stormtroopers again. What's this scene again? This is just him looking around. Oh, that's cool. So we get the chest plate put on now. So Vader, and then in this scene, let's see if I can play it. We get the breathing.
Yes.
Now, this shot here of Obi-Wan, the fact that they played it right after Vader's chest plate getting put on, and he's looking up, I wonder, because there's a couple different ways you can interpret this. Either Vader is standing physically right behind him, or this is Obi-Wan just sensing Vader.
I'm thinking he's sensing his presence, but he could be right behind him. But I think he's just sensing his presence, because Obi-Wan or Kenobi probably thought Vader was actually dead, or that
Right.
his buddy was dead, his
Yeah,
former buddy. So
that's kind of what I'm thinking too. So that's pretty much it as far as things that I want to go back over with in the trailer. But I do want to close out this video by saying this is a great trailer, but so was the trailer for Book of Boba Fett, right?
Yep, it was a quality trailer, and so
Yeah.
I,
So
I really wish I wasn't. I want to be optimistic about this show, but I'm
yes,
gonna try. I'm trying.
I am optimistic.
Yeah.
I'm going to be optimistic until given a reason not to be. That's
Mhm.
how I choose to look at this going forward. I want to
They
give
just need.
everything an equal chance.
Yep. They just need a lot of action in this show. I want every episode, all 6 episodes, to have
Yes.
enough action.
Yes,
If it
I know
does, I'll
that.
be happy.
I know they claimed this of Book of Boba Fett and didn't deliver, but this show, for more than one reason, needs to be all killer, no filler.
That's right.
Not just for the sake of Star Wars, but honestly, and for reasons we're not going to get into here, for Disney itself.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the last thing that I have to say about this trailer. Anything else you want to say before we close up?
No, not yet.
All right. Well, then in that case, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And just remember, everyone, the Force is family.